What's up, guys? It's me, Cold Coffee. What if? And today we have part 2 of what if Deku had a healing quirk with a counterpart. Part 2. I could not breathe that entire time. So let's begin this what if. Also, before we begin, I want to say a few words. So, I might upload one last what if. Like the last what if I'm going to upload, and then I'm just gonna continue on the ones I started, so I won't continue new ones until I finish like one series, and I'll begin a new one like that. But I am gonna make another what if later. It's pretty cool. So I actually thought of a great idea. So some of us know who Overhaul is, right? The one with the plague doctor beak. The one with the quirk called Overhaul, and his name is Overhaul, I think. I don't know. I don't care. But I wanted to do this. Well, I wanted to do that. Overhaul was Izuka's sister. I mean, not sister, I mean brother. So, basically, Overhaul and Izuka are brother and sister, I guess. I don't know, I thought it would be a good plot twist, because her brother is like a villain, and she's a hero. And a lot of people wanted me to do Deku's X Todoroki or Todo Deku. So, guess what? We're doing Todoroki X Deku. Oh, God. So, if I remember last time, we left off at the Heroes vs. Villains exam. Now, it's time to go to the USJ. Yes. Now, so, also I explain a few things. I think some of you didn't get it. So, if you know this, if you know who Overhaul is, you know he can make things like, if his quirk is basically like disassembling things, like or inorganic or organic things. He basically makes them explode. So, yeah, his quirk basically makes things explode. Or like mostly self-combust, or something like that. He basically takes everything apart and reassembles it into a way that he can use it. Okay, what was I about to say now? Oh, okay, remember. So Overhaul can use his quirk with his gloves on. Yeah, I think that was the way I saw it in the anime. I don't know. So she can use her quirk with her gloves on. So yeah. So let's continue. So Deku, Izuka, and everyone else is on the bus, and they're going to USJ, and people are talking about the quirks, and then Uraraka goes up to Izuka and says, that's a strange quirk of yours. What is it? And Izuka explains that a quirk is a healing quirk, and she can bring people from the brinks of death. And then Ida says, what about your other one? The one you used on my leg? And Izuka gets silent. Gets silent? She's, all of a sudden she just, gets quiet. And says that, I'd rather not talk about that one. My other quirk. And Ida said, isn't your other quirk, I guess, something like evaporation? And then Deku, I'm just gonna call her Deku for now, because I just keep on mixing it up. So Deku says, yeah, pretty much. And then she said, there's no point hiding it for now. And she explains what her quirk really is. Her quirk is called Hand of Life, and she can bring people from the brink of death. Also, she can cause that death. By just touching someone, she can evaporate anything. Also, her quirk is a mutant type. So yeah, it's not a emitter, it's a mutant type. That's why she got the gloves on. Okay, and also Overhaul's quirk is also a mutant type. So whenever he touches anything, it like deassembles and stuff. So it is a mutant type. So Deku's quirk's a mutant type. So yeah. If you see right now what I meant last video, she can take a beating. If you see right here on her hands, and her over here bloodied up. And she can literally use her dress as like literally she can use her like dress as like bandages and stuff. Yeah, and this is her out of her uniform. Yeah, okay, back to the story. I'm just gonna go to this one, I guess. So she explains what her quirk is, and everyone's shocked, and Todoroki says that your quirk is basically a half and half quirk. And Deku says that her quirk is actually a mutant quirk. And that it's just one quirk. And she says that that's why she uses her gloves, but sometimes she can just go over the gloves, I guess. Like Overhaul does it sometimes. So yeah. So what else? Okay. So they arrive due to USJ, and Deku, if I remember, I think I explained this last video, but her suit is made, her last layer of, suit is made out of nanos, and they can change to, never mind, forget about that. If I said that last video, also forget about that. Her costume is just a costume. And right now she has this on. This. Cause her other one got destroyed. Cause she accidentally touched it. Let's just say that for now. For an excuse. So she's wearing this right now. Okay. So they arrive to USJ, and everyone gets off, and they meet 13. 13 explains that all quirks can be used for good or bad. It's the person that has the quirk. It's the person that has the quirk that can make the choice to be good or bad. It's not the quirk that chooses if you can be good or bad. Any quirk can be used for good and bad. And she explains by showing her quirk. Her quirk's a rescue quirk. I'm just calling her because no one knows its gender. But she sounds like female, so I'm going to say her. She tells him that her quirk's a rescue quirk. But in reality, her quirk is just a black hole absorbing anything. So, yeah, and then the villains attack. The power goes out, and the villains start attacking. And Aizawa notices this and tells 13 to protect the children. And if you see what I said last time, she has weapons in her skirt or dress. I don't know what you want to call it. Uniform. Okay. Back to this one because it's really creepy and cool at the same time. So, Mr. Sawa starts fighting the villains, and then I forgot his name. The dude with the teleporting quirk. Not Shigaraki. It's I forgot his name. I'm just gonna call him Teleport Dude for now. How do I forget his name? I don't know. So he teleports everyone to different locations, and yeah. So they teleport Deku where in canon he was teleported to, and this time instead of, let's say, Froppy saving Deku, let's say that, Deku actually takes down some of the villains when she's in the water by activating her other quirk and basically killing them, but basically not, because she only melted like parts of their bodies, like legs or arms. Things that are like not very dangerous to a human body, I guess. And Froppy gets Deku onto the boat, and Froppy says that we need a plan to get off the boat. And since Deku's quirk literally evaporates anything it touches, she goes back into the water and starts evaporating the water until there's no more water. And this happens really quick, because I don't know, it just really happens really quick. So they get out the lake, river, sea, I don't know, and they see that Mr. Zawa is having like a really hard time facing a guy against the villain, and and let's say in this costume she has, instead of a pistol, she has a, I don't know, let's call it a submachine gun under her skirt, I guess. She gets to an angle, and this time she has live bullets instead of like rubber bullets, cause she has like different mags, I guess. And she aims for Shigaraki, and she shoots Shigaraki in the legs, like in one leg and one arm. But Shigaraki told the Nomu to go after the student, Froppy. No, okay, this is what happened. So, the Nomu's fighting Mr. Zawa because, well, the Nomu's fighting Mr. Zawa. Mr. Zawa gets on a pin to the floor, and then Shigaraki sees that the student's there, goes after Froppy. Deku shoots, um, Deku shoots, tries to shoot Shigaraki, but the Nomu gets in the way of the shooting and takes the bullets. But Froppy doesn't get evaporated because of Mr. Zawa using his eraser quirk. So yeah. What else? Okay. So she keeps on shooting at the Nomu, and Froppy got away because she had a chance to escape. Froppy got away, and Deku's literally walking backwards, shooting at the Nomu. She's putting clip after clip into the Nomu. She shot him in the eye, regrew. So she runs out of ammo. Sooner or later, she pulls out a grenade and throws it. Then Shigaraki told the Nomu just to kill her, and the Nomu went through for to kill. And at this point, Mr. Zawa was exhausted, knocked out, like in canon. The Nomu's about, like the Nomu gets Deku and tries to crush her windpipe, but Deku, he simply touches the Nomu's arm, and it disintegrates. The Nomu tries to regrow it, but it won't regrow. Then Deku goes in for the legs, it falls down, doesn't regrow, then goes for the head, and the Nomu dies. And Shigaraki sees this in horror, saying that they cheated. They weren't even. How is she so strong? They cheated. Like in canon, they cheated. And Shigaraki goes after Deku, and he's about to touch her, and their hands like interconnect each other, but Shigaraki's pinky was like a little bit too late, and his entire arm gets disintegrated by Deku, and he's on the floor in pain. She goes for his legs and his arm and pins him to the ground, pretty much. And then she goes for the other villains. She has, let's say, the knife. She has knives, and she starts like taking down villains, hitting them from the legs or the arms. She quickly does a quick job of them. Ida's already like gone to get All Might, but let's say Ida went a little bit late. So yeah. And she has taken down a lot of villains, and a lot of villains have injured her too. And right now she's can't use either of her quirks because she's exhausted. And her quirks run. Let's say her quirks takes her stamina. So her healing quirk takes her stamina, and the other one also takes her stamina. So that's why she has to be like super energetic and fit sometimes, or like super. It just takes away her stamina, so she can't really use her quirks right now. She's taking out villain after villain, and then All Might arrives, and all he sees is a bunch of villains on the ground, and then he just looks in horror and sees Deku all bloodied up, has a knife through her leg and hand. Is that right? I don't know. Is it through her leg or one's through her hand, and she has another one that she just dropped. I guess she pulled it out of her leg, and she passes out. No, she's still right there, and she's going to Mr. Aizawa because he's really injured. Almost rushes over there and tries to help her, but she says she's fine, and heals Mr. Aizawa. Froppy and the others are safe. The only really injured ones are Mr. Aizawa and Deku. But right now, she uses her last bits of stamina and heals Mr. Aizawa fully. Like a full recovery. And then she passes out. So she's basically the hero today. And there's a lot of villains in pain right now because they're not bleeding out, but like more like some of their muscle fibers have been cut in like places that can't allow them to move. Like how Titans work, I guess. If you've seen Attack on Titan, they've sometimes cut the armpit, making the arm useless, or the like in between the knee, the knee and then the back of the knee, cutting it, and they can't walk anymore. Basically like that. And then the other pros arrive, and the only injured one that's really bad is Deku, but the other ones have like scars, or not scars, but more like cuts and bruises. She's quickly taken to the hospital, and she has lost a lot of blood. But since her healing quirk runs on her stamina, she has a little bit of stamina left, so her body slowly starts healing her body, I guess. Yeah, when I said Inko's mother was Recovery Girl, I meant it. Like how she kisses someone and they use their own stamina to heal themselves, making them tired. Works like that. So yeah, came out pretty good, no? Okay, let's continue. So right now she's in the hospital. Everyone's worried. And I guess Bakugo and Todoroki are feeling bad because they had powerful quirks and they couldn't do anything. Because they were hold up by villains that were really weak, and Deku could have easily took them out by using her skills. So yeah. So she's in the hospital right now. Mr. Ozawa wakes up in the hospital, but he's like perfectly fine. The doctors say that Deku used her last bit of stamina to heal you, but right now she's in recovering and she's in critical condition. Mr. Ozawa slowly goes over there, sees that she has an oxygen tank, she has bandages on her arm, leg. She has like some patches on her cheek or on her side. Because if you see right here, that's the end result. Just imagine her in this costume instead. So yeah. So a few, like, let's say they were given 2 weeks off, if I remember. So they all took 2 weeks off, and during, like, let's say 2 days and a half, she wakes up full recovery because her stamina's up, and that her healing quirk healed her entire body. So yeah. And like in the anime, during the training camp, everyone's like outside her room. They call everyone in that she just awoke, and they go inside, and she's right there like in canon. Whenever Deku was like having the broken arms and things during the training camp, so they're all there. Yeah, they do that one thing, I guess. And she's just glad that everyone else is okay. They say that we're okay, but what about you? And she says that she'll be okay because of her quirk. Yeah. So yeah. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. She gets out the hospital for like in 2 days, and then it comes to the. I want to make this video long. Comes to the sports festival. She did some more training, and she's ready to go. And some of the teachers say that she should like stay out of the sports festival because she's still recovering. But she says it's okay. I'm okay. Actually, I think I'm going to stop it right here. I'll do part 3 today or tomorrow probably. But I am still gonna make that last one that I plan on doing. So yeah, don't worry, I'll do part 3 some other day. Remember, go beyond your limit. Plus, ultra. And goodbye. Where's that pause button?